What's up, shroomery? It's John Marin here. Fellow shroomer. I don't come on as much as I used to. My life's fucking crazy. I'm always working. I got a big show tomorrow. I'm a stand-up comedian. And I was wondering if you guys can criticize my jokes. Tell me if I should lose anything, what you liked, what you didn't like, if anything was too crazy or too twisted, if you didn't get anything or just didn't find it funny. Yeah, but this whole month, this has been like all on my mind. I've been freaking out, no sleep. It's 3:20. My show's at 7 p.m. Alright, so here it goes, alright? I'm gonna wait till a full minute. I need to have 7 minutes. I might just go over and say fuck it. But let's go. I spent most of my childhood eating fruit roll-ups and beating off to internet porn. And it's funny how porn has almost evolved in a sense for me. And maybe it has for you too. Like at first, I was all about kiddie porn. Whoa, man, that's because I was 6 years old. Then I started liking older girls, barely legal teens, 18-year-old sluts. But hell, by the time I was 18, you could walk in on me and you wouldn't be sure it was porn at all. There'd be a midget starting a car battery. 7 black guys wielding lightsabers. And in the midst of it all would be a beautiful white-faced Asian chick with chopsticks in her hair shooting ping pong balls out of her cooter. Some beautiful stuff, man. This guy knows what I'm talking about. And those were the good old days though, man. Because now I'm at the point where immediately after I'm finished, I'll fling my wad in disgust at the computer screen. And then I'll ask myself, what the hell is wrong with you, bro? This is a Mac. Speaking of evolution, a friend of mine recently got back from Amsterdam. And by friend of mine, I mean drug dealer. Because that's how I roll, bitches. Anyways, he was telling me what they're doing in Amsterdam is they're growing 100 of Amsterdam's finest plants, man. The stickiest of the ickiest. They're growing 100 of Amsterdam's most potent ganja and taking the 2 best out of that 100 and growing 100 more each. That's 200 plants. And they're doing this so on and so on. And this is what's making marijuana so much stronger. And I was just thinking, man, imagine if we did this with coffee beans. It would be like concentrated crack in one bean, right? Like one little bean, concentrated crack. Fuck crystal meth, motherfucker. You wake up in the morning like the zombies from The Walking Dead. Daddy, I want some Cocoa Puffs. Timmy, Daddy hasn't had his coffee yet. You survived a coat hanger. You'll survive 10 minutes without Cocoa Puffs, okay? Okay, let Daddy have his coffee. 10 minutes later, you feel so bad. You're freaking out. You're making things from scratch. So, you're chopping things, stirring things, flipping things. So, Timmy, you want more cocoa with the puff or more puff with the cocoa? More puff, Daddy. More puff it is. The kids, man. Alright, I don't do this enough, so this one is for the kids. Alright, kids, listen up. What's black and white and red all over? A little baby panda bear that decided to play with his father's gun. Don't play with guns. Sometimes I want a gun, man, for self-defense, because I don't know how to fight. And I would know how to fight if my parents didn't take me out of karate class when I was little. Yeah, before all the cocaine, I was a 10-year-old, fat, short, little asthmatic boy. And every Friday night in karate class, we would spar. And for some reason, I always got paired up with the same person. She was a girl, she was 3 years older than me, a foot taller than me, and get this, she only had one leg. I called her One Leg. And One Leg only had one move, which I also called the One Leg. It was where she stood on her one leg and swung her wood leg. Oh my god, man. And even though my father used to beat my mom all the time, I grew up in a house where you don't hit a girl, let alone a cripple. So I would just shuffle my fat ass as fast as I could, screaming, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me!" Anyways, one day at the dinner table, we're all eating, and my mom tells my dad, "Oh, and you should see John. He runs away from a girl who only has one leg." My father, a strong Ecuadorian man, looks at me. "You're afraid of a girl, man? And she only has one leg? Oh my god, man. Just bring a chainsaw. Hijo de puta maricón." The whole table starts laughing. My big sister gets in my face. "You're afraid of a girl. You're afraid of a girl. You're afraid of a girl." My little brother starts laughing behind the spaghetti plate. And for that whole week, that scenario festered in my mind till I wanted vengeance. So I trained vigorously. And by that I mean I ate fruit roll-ups and watched Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers around the clock. But don't judge me, man, because come that Friday I was a changed man. Oh yeah. And the only one that noticed something was different about me was old One Leg herself. We pair up. And maybe she could see in the fire in my eyes because she was looking at me different. Or maybe I was just wheezing. Sensei says, "Ready, go!" An old predictable One Leg, man. She swings her leg at me. I jump back. She recoils. She swings again. This time, I pretend to jump back. But Bruce Lee style, I jump forward, catching her leg in my armpit. And I pull back with everything my fat little body had. And fat kid rage is a powerful weapon, man. And when I pulled back, I thought of the dinner table. "You're afraid of a girl? You're afraid of a girl. You're afraid of a girl." My little brother behind the spaghetti plate. And I pulled back with everything I had, and I freaking rocked that bitch. Boom! She spun a 360 in the air. She landed face first, and get this, I'm not making this up. Her leg snaps back and hits her in the back of the freaking head, man. And for 5 seconds, I felt like a god. Ah! Next thing I know, "Oh my god, you asshole! You knocked her out! You can't hit a cripple!" I start freaking out. "Didn't your parents raise you any better?" My parents, they'll defend me, right? I look over to my parents and it was weird, man. Like he was there and then he wasn't. Next thing I know, my dad is kicking me in my ass out the dojo and into the car. And when I say into the car, I don't mean he opened the car door and kicked my ass into it. No, I mean he kicked my ass into the car several times. Until, boom, 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 I opened the car door myself as he proceeded to kick me until I crawled all the way far back as I can into the seat, curled up in a little ball fetal position. As my brother, "Oh, you want to say crazy? Okay, I'll show you crazy. Is this crazy enough for you? Is this crazy enough for you?" I wept like a fox on a stormy night. And that was the last time I stepped foot in a dojo, man. Alright, shroomery, tell me what you think of this. Hope you enjoyed. Or be honest.